What's up everyone, welcome back to another West of Loathing video. We are on episode 6. We're gonna have an awesome episode today. Let's hop right in. Alright everyone, welcome back. So last time we left off, we were about to head into this petting cemetery, and we had that really long episode. Sorry about that if that was an inconvenience, but let's jump right into this conversation. Howdy, welcome to Gorman Lancaster's one and only petting cemetery. It's educational and entertainal, and only 500 meet for a lifetime pass. Petting cemetery, that's right, a wide variety of guaranteed genuine animal skeletons, and you're free to touch them to your heart's content. Well, with your hands, that is, no writing. Can I feed them? You can try. Neat. Interest ya in a membership, fella? Sure. Wonderful. Just hold still for a second while I memorize your face. Okay. Go right on in, and thanks for your patronage. You're welcome. Alright, let's head on in. Supposed to be doing the owl. This is an owl skeleton. If you want to know how many fireballs it takes to get to the center of an enemy skeleton, just ask an owl. Take a picture of it. With a click and a flash, you take a photo for Hobart Gilbert. Ah! It's a bobcat skeleton. Bobcats are known for their ferocity and the weird, high-pitched noise they make when telling jokes. Pet it. Boon of the bobcat. Desert tortoise. It is currently in very slightly less of a hurry to get places than it was when it was alive. Jackrabbit. In a pinch, the jackrabbit can help you change a wheel on your wagon. Alright, I don't remember where this guy was. Let's see. Dang it, I don't remember where he was. Dang. Oh well, maybe we'll stumble across him. Maybe it was here, Redwood. Pete bends over and picks something up. Well, looky here, a little old rock scorpion. Did you just pick up a scorpion? Nah, not a for real scorpion. These are rocks that naturally erode into the shape of scorpions. Oh, okay. Also, they wiggle like scorpions. Don't rightly know how that works. Pete puts the rock scorpion in his backpack. Pete has grown stronger. Continue on. Alright. I hope it was here. Yes! Howdy, Nick. You managed to take that picture of an owl skeleton yet? Sure did. Here you go. Great. Oh, will you look at that? What a beaut. Well, thank you, Nick. I ain't got anything for a reward, but I imagine you'll get some experience points out of it. See ya, Hobart. Alright, let's level up our character some, because we have 380 experience. Box affects how much damage you deal when shooting and how much damage you take when getting shot. Sure, I'll upgrade that once. I'll do this a couple times. Do that, and I have 100 XP left. I'll do that and this. Alright. Oh, I didn't know I had combat skills that I could level up too. Alright, I'll remember that. Alright. Let's continue on. Let's go to a new location now. Jumble Neck Mine. Bessie suddenly gets spooked by something off the side of a trail, and it's easy to understand why. There's a horse skeleton in the ditch, which is a thing that's probably extra spooky if you're a horse. Hop down and investigate. Approaching the horse more closely, you see the tattered remains of a pair of Pony Express saddlebags on its skeletal flanks. The starboard bag is empty, but the port one contains a skeletal human hand with a ring on it. You conclude that either the horse's rider died with his hand in the saddlebag or someone is really sad that the skeleton hand they ordered never showed up, even though they paid extra to have it sent Pony Express. Either way, free ring. Ring of getting places faster. Let me see what this ring does. Reduces the frequency of random encounters. These rings were issued to Pony Express riders so they'd be less tempted to screw around on the way to places they were supposed to be delivering stuff to. What do we have on our... I'll go ahead and leave the one I have on. Foreman's Office. Except for the dust all over everything and the fact that the guy at the desk is a ghost, this looks like a regular mine foreman's office. Okay. The safe is dirty but solid looking. Get away from that, the ghostly figure behind the desk growls. Take a closer look. You stoop down and take a closer look at the safe. It's a pretty standard heavy-duty safe with a dial combination lock. Hey, something wrong with your ears? I told you to get away from there. Try to open the safe. Why you little... Here. Flee. Alright. Alright, I'll talk to him. This ghost is busily shuffling the ghosts of papers on his desk. Talk to him. Kid, I'm busy here. I've got a mine to run. Take a hike, okay? This mine is still running? We're miners, kid. If you saw anyone up here, I'd have to fire them for not doing their job. Do you know that you're a ghost? Do you know that you're a pain in the butt? No, I'm serious. You see me laughing? Leave him alone. A hat rack with a standard issue miner's helmet here. Grab the helmet. An old calendar. Looks like work stopped here a bunch of months ago. Alright. Try to open the safe. Uh-oh. Keep up. 1, 2, 3. Alright. You successfully killed a ghost. Killed is probably not the right word to use here. Oh well. Alright. Aw. You're free to rummage around his desk. Well, let's do it. Extra gristly jerky and Jumble Neck Mine elevator key. It's a barrel is full of old grease. Huh. Take some. What? Just grab a handful? No. What's this? Rocks. Probably some mine leavings that just got piled up here. Search the rocks. You poke around in the rocks but don't find anything of interest. Fair amount of lead in these rocks. This is probably a silver mine. You get them together a lot of times. Are these worth anything? Not enough to be hauling them around, and don't lick them. I wasn't going to. Alright. Alright, I guess we'll head down. This elevator is pretty dusty inside, and it doesn't appear to have been maintained for quite a while. It does still seem functional, but the control lever is chained and padlocked. You also notice that the shaft is totally silent. You'd expect to hear the rumbling of minecarts and the clanking of pickaxes echoing up from below, but there's nothing. Unlock the lever. Oh, I forgot to read that. Oh, well. You put your shoulder to the minecart and give it a shove. It trundles down the track and bonks into a big pile of rocks. Environmental storytelling. Alright. It's a headless skeleton. Skullless. What do you think, Pete? I think this were no natural cave-in. How do you mean? I mean, someone blew up this tunnel deliberate-like, and you can tell by the stress fractures in the rock, see? Here and here. No, but I'll take your word for it. Put the shoulder into the minecart and give it a shove. It rolls around the bend in the track and disappears into the next room. After a moment, you hear a distant plane noise. Looks like someone forgot their lunchbox down here. They must be real hungry by now. Paper bag and raisins. Pretty much everything inside is crumbled into dust except for a waxed paper sandwich bag and some raisins that probably weren't intended to be on raisins. Aha. This is a crate full of old dynamite. Dynamite gets very dangerous when it ages, but I know better than to try and stop you from taking a stick if you decided you want one. I've decided that. You pick up a stick of old dynamite. I don't recommend you do a lot of hopping up and down while you're carrying that. Nothing was said about riding a lantern. The nitroglycerin is starting to sweat out of this dynamite and crystallize on the outside. This makes it extremely dangerous and you should probably not try using it in a fight. I mean, you also shouldn't be carrying it around in your pockets, but it's a little late for that warning. Alright, that's probably gonna come back to bite me in the butt, but oh well. Alright. I wish I could have used that to go through that rock. Alright. I don't know what we're supposed to do next. Let's head back to the railroad. You find an overturned military stagecoach. Half buried behind it is a crate labeled supplies and stenciled military type. You dig around in the wreckage and find a manifest. Looks like this was bound for Fort Memoriam, but it says delivery was declined. Open it up with your crowbar. You pry the lid off the crate and help yourself to the contents. If Fort Memoriam doesn't want it, you'll take it. Military grade whiskey, Army field trauma kit. Now let's get back on the trail, soldier. Sir, yes, sir. Alright, let's see what we're doing over here. Howdy, boss. Any luck with this whole bridge situation? Oh, not just yet. Okay, that's what we were doing. Keep going where you're going. Howdy, Mayor. I'm Nick Halababa, here on behalf of the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. We need to build a bridge in a hurry, so I'm here to cut a deal with you for the lumber. Alright, I believe we can scrape together that much wood. What sort of down payment are you offering? Oh, I sort of expected you would just bill us. You want that much lumber with no payment up front? Are you serious? I can probably offer you free train rides. I do enjoy a nice train ride, but that deal would be a real problem, and I've already got 7 problems to worry about. Oh? The mayor glances at the list of problem posted on the wall and paces around nervously. Off to help up with his problems. Oh, thank you. I'd certainly welcome any assistance you can offer. Look at the problems board. Oh, wow. You glance at the problems board, which offers a selection of current issues as well as a dire warning. Which problem would you want to offer to help with? I'll do the missing mail. Our last batch of mail never got here. We don't know if something happened to the mailman or what. Go talk to Reginald in the bunkhouse. He used to be a mailman, so he can tell you where to start your search. You got it. I guess we'll do one at a time and see how many we can get through in this episode. I'm guessing you're Reginald? Who the fucacia are you? Name's Nick Halababa. The mayor's got me investigating some sort of missing mail. Said you could give me a line on where to start looking. Oh yeah, alright. I gave up being a mailman a couple years ago, but I doubt they've changed the system much. All the mail headed here used to go through a way station just southwest of here. I'll mark it on your map. Postal way station. Thanks. Alright, let's head on over there. That's not southwest, it's northeast. No, that's northwest, but... Huh. It says postal service property, no trespass. Stack of old newspapers, go through them. Letter to Roy Bean. Blank postcard. This cabinet is full of maps, but you have no idea what any of them mean. Maybe you could ask about it at the post office in Dirtwater. Yeah, maybe. A big map of the whole region with lots of confusing little annotations on it. You don't even want to know what bureaucratic processes were involved in the placement of this outhouse. Alright, I guess let's head back to Dirtwater and see what this is. Your booze sense alerts you to the presence of a rock. Confused, you move the rock and sure enough, there's a bottle of booze behind it. Shoo, you were afraid for a second that your booze sense had been replaced with some kind of rock sense. Good news. Let's go to the post office real quick. Hey, I need some help tracking down some missing mail. How do you mean? A mail delivery went missing on the way to Breadwood, and I'm hunting it on behalf of their mayor. The local mail station has a bunch of route maps, but I don't know which one I need. Well, that information ain't exactly secret. But I ain't supposed to just give it out either. A delivery gone missing is bad news, though. I suppose it's all right just this once. Wait here a sec. Thanks. After a couple of minutes, she comes back with a sheet of notepaper. Okay, so each map has a code number on it, you see, based on region and direction to travel. She explains how to work out the code you need and gives you a cheat sheet for reference. Postal code sheet. Thank her and leave. Alright, so let's head back to the post office. I think that's one of our first rides that didn't have a random encounter. Use the cheat sheet to find the route map that leads to Breadwood. Follow the map. Chuck's house. Investigate the house. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put your finger on it. This place looks perfectly normal after all, but you can't shake the feeling there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Look around. Alright. A cellar door. Man, I bet all kinds of horror down there. Like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. Enter. It's locked, but it is locked to keep you out or to keep something in. Whoa, it's a plot code lock. Those things are unpickable. Let's head on inside. You approach the door hesitantly. You could be getting yourself into a real bad situation. Knock. You knock on the door. A voice inside calls out, "Come on in." It's open. It's always open. Oh. The door creaks open, and you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood on the floor. Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast. Oh, sorry, I have a lisp. A lisp? Yeah, it makes lewd sounds like lewd. A bead and breakfast. I see. People also tell me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all. Alright. This is a large collection of steel chains and hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust or possibly dried blood, or possibly both. Ask Chuck about them. Hey, you notice my collection? Yeah, it's dramatic. It all belonged to my father and his father before him. They were butchers. And you? I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Alright, let's head on over here. A little pantry shelf with various tins and jars on it. Take a closer look. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepy Time and Earl Grape. There's a kettle on the stove and it's still hot. There's a lot of blood on the floor here. Ask Chuck about it. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that, as this is certainly lewd like blood. but this is tomato soup. Tomato soup. Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning it up when you arrived. I see. Sorry, that's private. That's my blood room. Your what? My blood room. My bead room. Oh, right. Gotcha. Never mind then. Chuck is staring at you. You notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares and then reset when he blinks, which is not often enough. Talk to him. Excuse me. Yes, how can I help you? You said you're running a bed and breakfast here? Yes, that's what I slewed. Yes. Could I have a look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. Oh. What's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. What kind of sausages? Long pork sausages. My grandfather's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right. I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way. This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. You mentioned a special tea blend? Yes, a special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Huh. Has a mailman been by recently? Why yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here, in spirit. Thanks. Alright. Well, I don't really know what to do beyond here. This tree looks like it wants a hug, but I don't recommend that. It probably just is pretending to be friendly so it can suck out your soul. I wonder if there's anything else here. I ain't mind telling you, this place gives me the jibbles something fierce. It's pretty creepy. It's like too quiet or something. If that mailman came through here, I got dollars to donuts. He didn't walk out again. See if there's something that I can do. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepy Time and Earl Grey. Switch the labels. You surreptitiously, something like that, swap the labels. Chuck doesn't seem to have noticed. Alright. Oh, wait. Yes, how can I help you? On the menu, special tea blend. It's very effective. Huh. Oh, that reminds me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? No thanks, I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips at it while staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my, I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my fluid down for a minute. It has been a long day. Please excuse me. Sure. I guess that means he went in here. Okay. Going through Chuck's drawers seems like maybe not a good idea. There's a key on top of the dresser though. Yoink. Yoink indeed. Let me see if I can go over to him. Chuck's sleeping pretty soundly, but you should probably be careful not to wake him anyways. Alright. Now let's go down here. You unlock the door and steel yourself for what you're about to see. Going in. It doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected, unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. Hey, it looks like this is the missing bag of mail. Grab it. See if anything's good. Oh, wow. What a haul. Alright, let's read these books real quick. Advanced Cow Punching. Menacing Moo. Reduces the muscle of all your opponents. Haymaker. Deals damage and briefly stuns enemies. Thick Skin. Armor. Protecting you against melee attacks. I'll do Thick Skin. You pull the conveniently included sheet of sandpaper out of the book and rub your skin with it until it's nice and thick. Thick Skin. Then you try to put the sandpaper back in the book and end up ruining the whole thing. Rats. Then we will do Loxin. Oh wait, I have another one? I don't know why. Okay. I'll do Menacing Moo. You sit on a rock and move repeatedly until you've mastered the techniques in the book. Finally, you unleash an earth-shattering moo that destroys the rock you're sitting on and the book. Oops. Do I have it again? No? Okay. This book is a comprehensive guide to advanced lockpicking thingies. It's got a whole chapter on tumblers. You've already learned everything this book has to teach you. Yeah, good point. Alright, then I guess I can sell it. This black-covered book, written in black ink on black paper, is a primer in the arts of southwestern necromancy, otherwise known as Nex-Mex. This seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? I'll leave it alone. I don't know. Alright. I don't know whether I want to do that or not. As you're climbing out of the cellar, a mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness, you found my mail. This mailbag is yours? Yeah, I've been stressed out lately, so I took a day off and rented a room here for a short mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but really personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup and those real great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia, too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it. So I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Sure. No problem. Here you go. The mailman walks away with a bag over his shoulder, whistling a cheerful tune. Well, that's sorted, I guess. Alright, let's head back to Breadwood. Off to the side of the trail, you spot a little cluster of gin blossoms. It's strange to see them growing so far away from Allison Road, which is their native habitat. Collect some gin. You squeeze as much gin from the blossoms as you can manage without damaging the plant. Blossom gin. Gain 10 XP. Alright. Where was it? Oh, the mayor. Any sign of that missing mail? Yep. Found the missing mailman, too. He's on his way to deliver it. Excellent. I hope there's a new issue of Mayor's Monthly. 96 experience. Sounds informative. Offer to help with his problems. Look at the problems board. Overdue book. Our library's only got 4 books, so it's serious business when someone doesn't return one. Our records say it was loaned out to a lady named Alexandria. That was a couple of mayors ago, so I don't know her, but we've got an address. Okay, I'll go ask her. We have time for one more. Oh, we got Alexandria Brand. You hear a crackle of a north-southwestern lightning snake. Too bad you don't have a forked lightning rod with you. Wait, that wouldn't work at all, would it? Fight it anyways. Alright, let's get beacon. Oh, that did take. Oh wow, he's really strong now. I'll do the 1, 2, 3. There we go. Ah, we got some cows. There's no way past these cows except through these cows. Do it. Then I'll do that. I'll back him. And I'll pull some. And of course, he only has 1 damage left. I'll do that. There we go. not really good at hitting. Golly, I can do a lot of damage now. Alright, there we go. Now Pete's a kind of like formidable opponent. It's playing Blown to Pieces. Scavenge. The Diary of Alexandria. Overdue Breadwood book. Aw. A mostly destroyed bookshelf. Alright, we got another advanced cowpunching volume. This is a single volume from a sprawling encyclopedia of cowpunching knowledge. Alright, Haymaker and Gore. I'll do Gore. Fortunately, you accidentally gore the book into bits while practicing that what you've learned. It's a solid steel vault door. Huh. It's a cannonball. The front half. Investigate. You pick up the cannonball and inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says the cannonball came from Fort Treason, and it's got the address stamped right onto the surface. You discover a new map location, Fort Treason. This bombardment was done by the army. A horror. I wonder if they were fighting the cows? Oh, I'll get rid of that. Alright, let's head back to Breadwood, and then we'll go up to that fort. As Bessie carefully navigates a bunch of weird rock formations, everything suddenly goes silent. Everything except the racing of your pulse, that is, because you've stumbled across a horrifying ungulate. Attack. Oh. Well, that was easy. You crush that stone cow into cow powder. Let's see if we can upgrade any of our skills, of our fighting skills. Do that, and then I'll do the old 1, 2, 3. And menacing move. Right, there we go. Were you able to find that missing library book? Well, half of it. Well, that's a real bagel biter. Oh well, everyone mostly skipped the words and just looked at the pictures anyways, and mostly just the bottom half of the pictures, so that's alright. At least the captions are still there, I guess. The mayor glances, okay. Alright, I'm gonna wait until next episode to keep doing that. And let's head up to this fort. You see a hillside dotted with perfectly regular rows of military tombstones. It must be pretty old. It doesn't bear any of the hallmarks of the hastily dug mass graves the army resorted to after the cows came home. Keep going where you were headed. We'll head there next episode. You look at the cannon. It's a fine cannon. Demi-culverins in size. Insert your cannonball. You look through the rangefinder in the cannon, but you can't see any indication of anything that you want to shoot at. You decide not to waste the cannonball. Seems rational. Alright. Oh wow. Got a lot of stuff. Actually, what happened to Alexandria's diary? There we go. You flip through the diary. Most of it is uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't interested in much else. It ends with a passage about a soldier from the nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger he wouldn't specify, so she moved most of her valuable books to the cellar and took the ordinary precautions, etc. Boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out that isn't much good against cannonballs. Private Lemon's diary. It's private in 2 ways. Private Lemon's diary is pretty dry and not very interesting. Just a list of the day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Toward the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. Keep reading. The last few entries have to do with descent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny. the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Okay. Let's see if that saber is any better than what I have. +6 pistol attack damage? The army, in its infinite wisdom, apparently decided that every soldier needed a sword, even the ones who were only good at using guns. Alright, then I'm gonna keep... Oh wow, wait. Okay. I might make this better, and then it would be better than what I have because it also does the maximum HP. I'll do that. Then let's head up to this silver plater real quick. Well, this is unusual. In this wooded area out in the middle of nowhere, a goblin has constructed a little lean-to with a rough wooden counter. It looks like something a kid would sell lemonade out of, except instead of lemonade, they've got a display of shiny bits of jewelry. Hello. Many hello to you, good human. Are you two having interest in a fine example of goblin jewelry craft? Talk to it. You look over the display of jewelry, which is unusual, with its usual goblin fashion is cobbled together from bits of scavenged materials. They're shiny materials, though, and charming in an outsider art kind of way. Did you yourself these to making? Oh no, mine skill is to selling only. These I am buying from goblin artisans, and the savings to pass along to you. Passing along to you, customer. Examine the merchandise. On closer inspection, most of the jewelry on offer is rubbish, but you do spot a few things that are rather nice looking. The goblin notices your interest. Rings are 100 meat for buying. Let's do the tough looking ring. The goblin nail ring. Thank him and leave. 6 muscle minus 4 moxie. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, and let's get some stuff plated. What are my options? Maybe something else? Yep, and I'll plate the weapon. Alright, now let's see how much damage it does. Alright. Yep, that's my best weapon right now. Alright, and let's head back to the fort. Nope, wrong place. Hold it right there. A bandit steps out of the bushes at the side of the road. He's pretty raggedy, but also extremely burly. Like a scarecrow stuffed with footballs. He has a pistol that can be described as a hand cannon without getting metaphorical. Give me your dough, or else. Fight him. Oh wow, that is a big pistol. Alright. There we go. And I got his intimidating 6-gun. You happen across an unexpected crate, but unexpected, I'm referring to its location, not its condition, which is nailed shut. Open it up. Full canteen and a bar of soap. I hope that crate meets your expectations. Alright. Yeah, that was everything. And there. That's burned down. This must have been where they stored all of the fire. See how much this does. +5 muscle. Damage 10 to 13. Yep. Alright, and let's see if I have those binoculars. Yep. You climb up the watchtower and take a look around. Nice view from up here. Use your binoculars. Ghostwood. Faint outlines of some ghostly buildings far to the southwest. You climb down the watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. Keep fort trees and beautiful. Alright, and that is all the time that we have for today's episode. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like down below. It helps me out so much to grow as a channel. And if you also enjoy the content that I release, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to stay up to date on all the content that I release and to get notifications about when I release them on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.